Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me in this week's episode of Real World Basics. Today we're going to be talking about some hacks you can use during hard times. So when you're going through a rough patch, sometimes the daily self-maintenance tasks you do can fall to the wayside or seem like too much. So today's video will go through some hacks and provide some tips that can hopefully help you get through to the other side. The first thing you want to do is assess your situation. And with the situation occurring in your life, you want to determine what the essentials and priorities are for you. In a previous Real World Basic video, we talked about ways to stay on task. And in doing so, we had to determine what things in your life were important and what are urgent. So I'm including a link to that video to help you determine what these essentials and priorities are in your life. And once you know those, you want to either let go of or ask for help with any remaining activities or commitments you have in life. It's okay to kind of let some things be not as important as they have been in the past in order for you to heavily focus on a different area of your life. This is important to note because nobody operates at 100% capacity 100% of the time. There are periods where you're on and there are periods when you're off. So it's important to not be too hard on yourself at that and to enlist the help of others to help you. You also want to find some ways to simplify your routine. This can relate to household chores. So maybe if you struggle washing the dishes, you either don't have time or it just seems like too much, you can just resort to paper plates. That way you don't have to worry about dishes to wash. If you struggle with your daily appearance, you can narrow down your wardrobe choices to a few key pieces and invest in some facial wipes and dry shampoo if you have a hard time showering and getting out the door in the morning. You can also simplify your routine by meal planning. If there's an easy to prepare, healthy enough meal that you like, buy it in bulk. That way you have it on hand. So if you don't have time to go out to the grocery store or you really haven't eaten a whole lot, you know you have something you can fall back on. Then you want to enlist help from outside support. You certainly can't do everything by yourself. So when you enlist outside support, this can come from a variety of different sources. You can get help from family, friends, a community if you are in a spiritual community, volunteer work places also provide a sense of community. Some are really, really close knit and you can always rely on them. There's also athletic communities if you're on a team or you're a member of a really close gym. All of those can provide support, and it's also good to always touch base with a professional like a counselor or a therapist because this can help provide an objective outside point of view for you. That way, if you are continually hearing the same outside point of view, you know it's worth exploring. You also want to find a network of people who can relate to your situation because sometimes, as great as your family and friends are, they might not get just exactly how you're feeling. So finding others in similar situations is also very helpful. And you also need to keep reaching out to others if you find yourself hitting a dead end. It can be very tempting to kind of just retreat inside of yourself, but you have to keep reaching out because support will come from some pretty unexpected places sometimes. And finally, you need to remember to keep moving forward. I don't know what hard time you're going through. I hope it will be better soon, but I need you to know that going right through the middle of the muck is usually the shortest path out. So you will need to buckle down and get really focused at times, but you have to know that you're going to come out okay. You have to stay focused on the final goal or designated resting place you have for yourself, because that's going to help keep you moving forward. So sometimes you do have to enlist the help of some tough love to help keep yourself moving forward during these times. So stay tuned for next week's video, where we'll be talking more about how to recognize and use tough love to help get you through these hard times. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this week's episode of Real World Basics. I will see you guys next week. Bye.